Morning YouTube. I'm here at Holmes Park in Greenville doing a roller challenge. So I've only brought two discs, my AVR X3 to roll and my KC Pro AVR to putt with. I think I'm going to make it so that I'm not allowed to putt until I'm inside circle one, so I'll probably be throwing some roller approaches too. And if I can stay even with that, I'll be pretty happy. So it's one of the two long holes on the course. Mostly just going to try and get distance off the tee here. Lie of the day, really not bad all things considered. Maybe 150 feet out from the pin. Probably going to give myself a putt from here. So just need to touch it on up inside circle one, and then I'm allowed to actually throw the disc. Now I need that to get back to the left. Alright, first tester of the day. Not a so now I can actually putt at it, but definitely not an easy putt. First tester we've got. That's par on hole one. One of the worries about the rollers on this course so far that I have is a lot of them just kind of keep going downhill. And so it's pretty hard to control your distance that way. But if I get lucky on this one, I think I can take a birdie from it. My first birdie putt of the day. Let's take advantage. I'm really gonna approach this one for par instead of birdie. Just try and get one down the middle and then pitch one up towards the basket. This huge mushroom, the size of a disc, just chilling in the middle of the park. And I did not help myself there. Didn't make it inside circle one, so I have to roll this one as well. And even though it's maybe 40 feet away, I'm really hoping to give myself an easier shot than this one and not somehow send it further than I am now. Sit down. Alright, there we go. So this hole I was definitely worried about because it is the last one you'd want to throw a roller on at this course. It's uphill, there's a bunch of roots, and it's a tunnel shot. So really, if you were playing golf, you'd have no reason to throw this shot, but here I am. Look as I wanted from back here, but at the very least I can see the basket, so I think worst case scenario here, I just throw the right shots and take them, which is what I wanted on this one. Still haven't made it inside the circle yet, so I have to roll another one. And I've got a tree right in my way, so I can't pitch it soft and straight. So I'm just gonna hope that I get lucky. and that'll putt. So this is just a little 10-footer. So we're +1 through 4 holes. A stroke worse than I would like, but the 2 worst holes are behind us. Got par on one and bogey on the other, so not the worst. And hole 5 here is one where I would throw a roller anyways, so it really fits in with this challenge, and if we can get that stroke back, even better. Ooh. So I threw a pretty crappy roller on this one and didn't get myself inside the circle, so I gotta roll another one, but that should just be a little hard job. So this one goes downhill, and there's really nothing to stop you, so this could go very badly if my roller doesn't want to slow down. Not bad at all. And this is another spot where not being inside the circle is going to be really tricky, because throwing a 30-foot roller to that pin is not the decision you should be making, but for the purpose of the challenge, we'll see what happens. I just barely managed to keep it inside the circle, and if I want to manage to finish even, I pretty much have to hit this putt. But as you can see from my perspective back here, I've got a tree just completely blocking my view. So I'm going to have to either straddle or give it some steep angle on either side. So here's another one where it just makes no sense to throw a roller, which is kind of what's making this fun. If I were throwing a disc, I'd be going through this left gap, probably with like a forehand or something. But I'm gonna roll one into 6's fairway and hope that I get all the way to the bottom. I actually might get lucky enough for a birdie chance here. Get us back. See, my efforts to park this one were foiled by this log, but it is still within putting distance, so I'm going to take a crack at birdie. That's our first circle one miss of the day. Still looking to get back to even. You can feel the sting of a squandered opportunity as I step on a hole 8's tee pad, because that was probably our last good chance to get back to even, considering the last 2 holes are uphill, which does not bode well for a roller, but we'll see what we can do. We may have an outsider's chance on that one. And so once again I'm sitting just outside the circle, meaning I have to roll one up there. Hopefully it doesn't catch a bad angle and just roll down the hillside, but I doubt that's what's going to happen. left myself with a little 20-footer for par. Our last chance to get even. Sounded a lot worse in my head now that I'm looking at it off the tee. Pretty wide open. Pretty favorable to a steep cut as well, so let's try to get that birdie. Smacked it into the ground a little too hard on that one, no chance. This one's actually a little bit trickier than I would like, just because there's a little bit of a slope, it's not flat around the basket. Hopefully if I can just kind of let gravity do its job and make it stall out before it starts rolling back down, then I'll be putting, but who knows. It'll be a long putt. Alright, so last putt of the round, hopefully. Ended up finishing +1, which was 1 stroke off of my goal for just throwing rollers until I was inside the circle. Good roller practice, but mostly that was just for fun. Some solid putting today, as you'll see in the video. Really only 1 circle, 1 miss, and if I had made that, I would have been even. So I put myself in a position to succeed. Hard to hit all your putts.
Can throw out all the blues and hit the city lights, 'cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night, give me the night.
That's our first circle, 1 miss.
You need the action, a place to dine, a glass of wine, a little